Welcome to Cross River State. The Commissioner for Finance, Honorable Michael Odera, has reaffirmed Cross River State's strong commitment to advance its energy transition agenda. Speaking at the Energy Cross River Expo 2026 in Calabar, the Commissioner stated that the state recognizes renewable energy as a critical driver of sustainable economic growth and improved quality of life for its citizens. Honorable Odera emphasized that achieving this vision requires strategic collaboration among government institutions, the private sector, civil society organizations, and international development partners. He noted that through collective effort, resources mobilization, shared expertise, and innovation, Cross River State is well positioned to deliver impactful renewable energy projects. Following the recommendation, according to the Commissioner, this collaborative approach will accelerate the state renewable energy agenda and strengthen its long-term development goal. Victor Valentine, Touch TV.
Home to some of the most endangered species alive, man and nature meet in perfect balance, and smiles are reaching every day. Your journey.
Commissioner for Power.
A million visitors from all over the world.
His Excellency, a resounding round of applause. Thank you very, very much. Please, we may have our seats.
This seemed important in my address. It is very critical.
And I'll develop you to a charity to very low interest rates to corporates to invest in subnationals and even the nationals. Now, why would a corporate want to come to Cross River State? Why are we the best place for you to come to when it comes to sustainable energy sources? Cross River State has its geography, our geography and geology and morphology and topography all favors sustainable powering agents for sustainable energy. I would want to start with the hydropower. I mean, we know what hydropowers are, building dams, using water to power or to produce energy. Cross River State has very major dams from the north of the state to the center of the state, which is the Central Senatorial District, to the south. In the south, we have the Kwa Falls, and the north we have a Bokun Waterfall, and there's a Fundu Waterfall in Obudu. It's making it very easy for corporates and investors to tap into hydropower. And the good thing is there's a market around where all of these waterfalls are. So we can have a lot of energy to sources to power this kind of energies. The next slide, guy. Someone earlier mentioned, Commissioner for Power mentioned biomass. Of course, we know that Cross River State is an agrarian state with one of the most fertile soils you can get in Nigeria. We have very huge farm estates producing very, very enormous biomass. We are one of the highest producers of cassava in Nigeria. And I don't think we do anything with the cassava peels that we get. So there's opportunity for biomass to energy. So from
remember what I told you at the first edition. So we're trying to build a platform where we understand what we have as possible, showcase that to our active investors, and drag them in into things that can leverage upon. So it was more like an expository edition. But this edition, we are talking about how to unlock, how to create those business partnerships that can work on cases, right? And so my earlier conversation was to point investors to those areas, these multilateral and bilateral opportunities that exist in sustainable financing. So we have the African Development Bank, we have the World Bank, we have the Islamic Development Bank, we also have the affects the back, right? Yeah, so providing funding for corporates that are willing to create impactful investments in any country in Africa. So mostly their target is in low-income earning countries, people say the poorer countries in the world, even though we're not that poor, but we have a lot of need for power and energy, and this fund also covers Nigeria. So these funds are available, but these funds are not given to subnational, neither are they given to national. These funds are available for businesses to take advantage of. These funds come at very cheap, between 2% to 0%. All right. Them have no interest rate at all. So what they just want you to do is get an investment that has the SDG compliance, so it has the governance framework that supports sustainability. It has the sustainable framework. It also has the impact framework. So it is human touching, it's social, economically advancing, and then it also protects the environment. So we are trying to get businesses that use less of carbon emitting fueling system to get to operate in Africa. I mean, we all know about global warming, and everyone is talking about sustainability. So we are trying to reduce carbon emission as much as possible. And of course, it has one of the biggest natural forests on the world that absorbs carbon in the world. So we also want to keep it as that. We want to be a clean and green state. And being green means that we need to try to support only cleaner sources and forms of energy. I know it's hard to just get to 100 from zero, but we have a migration plan that will take us from now. So maybe in another 60 years, we probably would have been out of the carbon emission.
Okay, now you talk about the ease of doing business, and then there was no job transition by the government. Uh, the buying power of the people. You talk about the cost of seeing how they can buy this energy.
So there are two things involved. One of it is availability of the power, and then one of it is affordability. For if you see Cross River State, very big thanks to my governor, the governor of Cross River State, Senator Benbasia, who came in and said this administration is going to be people-centric and people-focused. So being people-centric and people-focused means creating an environment that can make people move from being poor to being able to afford. Now we have done a lot of things. He has done a lot of things, a lot of things in place that can make people do business and flourish. That is why the business need terms, which are one of the challenges. Look at the competitive forces entry into business. One of it is ease of entrance.
Yes, correct.
So we have reduced the hurdle of starting up a business in Cross River State from more than 30 days to a without 1 day in some cases.
Wow.
If there are enterprises that set it up here on Sunday basis. We have also created platforms where businesses can be trained. We actually have a dedicated MDA called MIDA that whose responsibility is to train small, medium-scale enterprises, and then we fund them. We have a microfinance bank, national microfinance bank, whose sole responsibility is to create cheap funding. We also created an agri development fund whose sole responsibility is to develop businesses in the agro sector and accessing money at very simple digits. We also have got training of younger people in tech and tech related and machine learning, where we spend over 2 million to train one individual and set them up to be able to sit in their homes and get jobs even outside the country. So that is creating all of those environments is making people have the resources to afford basic physiological needs like power, like shelter, like school, like food, like what Pastor was saying. Basic things are the physiological needs.
Okay, thank you. Lastly, looking at the camera, so you said take advantage of these opportunities.
You have to take advantage of this opportunity because they are enormous. And sometimes people say opportunity comes but once, but this opportunity lies in Cross River State, and you need to leverage on these opportunities. Take advantage of our geographic environment. Take advantage of our littoral status. Take advantage of our waterfalls. Take advantage of our high sunlight. Take advantage of our people. Take advantage of our workforce. Take advantage of the good administration that is ready to partner with you to do business in Cross River State. And together, we'll be happy to get a cleaner, greener, and more friendly and socio-economically viable state and country and even the world in general. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.